Sony next. Sony started out with Last Guardian. Fantastic. Fantastic way to open their show.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
What is going on today?
I don't know. Maybe they threw their chainsaw onto the road.
Oh. That'd be awesome. Well,
anyway,
not awesome, but it'd be crazy.
They gave everyone their dreams and hopes when they opened their show. They showed everybody.
What do you think of the game now that you've seen it?
It looks amazing. It looks fantastic. Looks absolutely amazing. Very cinematic. Very solid animations, and it looks very tense. Like the kid jumping and like having to catch the monster and doing all these like things just to like get past. Looks very environmental, and like the puzzles don't look like just like push crank, push switch. Like it looks like things that are like legitimate problems that you would run into in this environment. And like when he had to like push like a thing out of the way for his animal companion to climb up on the ledge, like that was that looked very tense. Like it looks, I don't want to say fun, because like fun is like Mario, like speed running through a level. It looks great though. It looks fantastic from my perspective, and especially as a fan of like Shadow of the Colossus, like it looks like a good follow up to that.
Okay. So what else did they do?
Next they showed off Guerrilla's new IP, which they keep saying I don't want to say they keep saying it because they haven't said anything since then, but they described it when they were in concept as a RPG. And I see like an open world, and I see action, I see scavenging.
I saw action adventure. I didn't really see much RPG.
So like I'm kind of hoping they don't kind of like just shoehorn in like an
upgrade system for your bow or something stupid.
Because that's not an RPG. That's RPG elements. But if you're making a role playing game, then there needs to be more than that. Otherwise, you're just making an open world action adventure game, which
it looks fun.
It looks really good. Like when she was fighting that big robot monster.
Yeah, and it's a really unique world that they created. It looks cool. And
this is the kind of game that Sony really needs to show off, to like show people just how much variety between games they have. Because I haven't seen like any other games on the floor that look like this.
Same with Last Guardian. They have a lot of... That's the thing that I felt like Microsoft was missing, was they didn't have any titles like that have their own feel. Like if you're watching that game, or The Last Guardian, you know what you're watching. Yeah. You're not going to mistake it for another game, probably.
You're not going to get that kind of game.
And I guess Gears of War, because like how the people in it look, that you couldn't mistake it, but not from a gameplay standpoint.
The Gears of War the Gears of War character models actually look better.
Yeah, it looked toned down. I did notice that.
It looks like they're not like junking them out on steroids anymore.
Just a little bit.
He's still bulky, but he's not a fucking refrigerator running around on legs.
But yeah, what else did they show?
Then they showed the Dreams.
They showed a lot of games. Yeah, the Dreams. That was crazy.
I want to see more from that. Yeah. They said they're going to show some at the Paris game show, but I feel like they really should have showed something now, like
because pretty much everyone's sitting around like, okay, that looked really crazy and wild, but what is it?
Like, where's the game?
Yeah, we didn't see gameplay. Or maybe we did sort of, but we didn't. I don't know.
If it's just a fucking like, we get the impression that it's a movie maker kind of thing. Nobody wants that though. Nobody wants a movie maker. They want a game you can play, sit down and play.
Yeah, like I want to what are the trophies? Like knowing that kind of stuff would give us a sense of what it's going to be from a gameplay standpoint.
Looks impressive. They need to make it clear what exactly this is.
Yeah, but they have me intrigued though, certainly.
Then there's they kind of stopped with their own original stuff. Now the big surprises.
Oh yeah.
Big surprises was Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
Where they basically didn't announce that they were making it. They announced that they were going to let the creator come up on stage and ask for money.
Yeah, it was strange. It was strange.
It kind of felt like, well, Sony, why don't you just, It
was like $2 million or something, wasn't it?
They got $2 million within, like, the hour.
Yeah.
It got what it needs to make. So I guess Shenmue 3 is on its way. I don't know if it's going to be a Sony exclusive because they let them talk on their stage.
I think it will be.
Might be. It might be because like Yakuza is. Kind of
cool that
it's
exists.
cool. It's cool. It's cool that
Having
they did that.
announced that it was gonna try and be made and Last Guardian in the same show is like weird.
So like it's there. Not only that, but
Too
to
much-
further like live up the people's dreams, they announced the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, like all these like projects people beg for were all announced.
Sony
That's
pretty
really
much came in with their magic goodie bags and like, oh, here you go, little boy.
It's like they just read the forums of every gaming website.
What do you want? Here you go. Now
Like
Sony.
Final Fantasy VII remake, people have been asking for that for like since
I
the game
think-
came out. It feels like
I think Square did that as like an official apology for what they did at a Sony Experience, where they came out and they started hyping Final Fantasy VII, and they're like, "Here you go," and it was Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation 1, and everyone got pissed. So this seems like this is their apology.
yeah. How about when I don't know who the person speaking was. I pretty much don't pay attention to that unless it's someone very specific, but that I can care about. But they started talking about Final Fantasy, and they said like a new Final Fantasy experience, and it was like this fucking like
Oh, a chibi
Kitty-
game or whatever.
yeah, and everyone in the building probably, and everyone watching thought it was gonna be Final Fantasy 15. And I was just sat there like, I'm gonna give a shit about this cartoon thing.
What the fuck's this?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the hell's that?
So that was like their troll before like
Yeah,
the dash people's dreams before they like give them hope.
yeah.
So that's
It was like the equivalent of like instead of Fallout 4, just showing Fallout Shelter and leaving. Like it
Yeah.
felt the same.
or just like saying that they're gonna talk
New
about
Fallout experience you've all been waiting to see.
Fallout
There it is.
Shelter.
Yeah, and then just leaves the stage. Like that's what it was like to me.
But then they come back on. They talk about Fallout 4.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
yeah, and then Final Fantasy 7, made up for that because that was really awesome. But which one was shown first? I'm pretty sure 7 was after that weird game, right?
Yeah, 7 came after that weird game
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they had to dash people's hopes
Yeah,
first.
because that made up for it. But yeah, I can't wait to.
I feel
that.
like they did that intentionally just to make people happier to see it. Because I feel like if you're already
Because it made people it tempered expectations before
Yeah.
you go, wait a second.
So that was really good. That was really good showing on Square's part.
Yeah.
But I feel maybe Sony might have had a thing with it. Like, let's just jerk them around a bit.
Well, I'm pretty sure the person on stage was a Sony rep. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were.
Then it got stupid. The show.
You don't like Assassin's Creed?
They showed a fucking CG trailer of Assassin's Creed.
Come on, man.
Why would they a CG? Fuck off! Don't waste my time with this. They released new Ratchet and Clank footage and Hellblade, something they announced like last year, and they did release them before the show on YouTube. But they're gonna sit down and think like, oh, we want to see a CG trailer of Assassin's Creed.
That didn't bother me that much because it was so brief.
It was
It
brief.
was a waste of time.
Then we got into the true waste of time, though. We had like a 15-minute dedicated to Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I know why Sony did it. It's because they basically want to say
Look, this is the Call of Duty console now.
exactly. Everyone associates Xbox with those games. So it's in a meta way, it's a big get. But as far as actual excitement goes for like people who are fans of Sony, I don't think they really give a shit about Call of Duty.
Yeah, the Call of Duty ship has sailed. But
And I was thinking about this today. Like Call of Duty used to be for me a premier franchise, one where each game felt like
now it's
a
like,
big deal,
Yeah.
and they used to be known. Like they were like if you wanted a first-person shooter, Call of Duty was the best.
all your friends are
And
playing.
I'm not talking about multiplayer.
No.
Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty Big Red 1. Those games were
those were really good.
Really good. And they had good stories. They felt like games, like actual games.
Now they're like
and
McDonald's.
Now they're not like that. And
they're McDonald's now.
Yeah, and it's just crazy to me. You know, it's like a. It sucks, really.
But I feel like Sony knew that some people would be disappointed by this, because I definitely was. I don't really care about Call of Duty. I don't want to sit there and watch Call of Duty. So they showed Battlefront. They had EA come up and show Battlefront 3 to everybody, which everyone thought was going to be like this.
Isn't
was going to be
called
Microsoft
Battlefront?
Game. I don't know. I'm just going to keep calling it Battlefront 3.
No, yeah, I'm just. I feel like I've only seen the word Battlefront.
Yeah, it's probably just Battlefront. But let's just
to make it snappy. Fucking marketing shit.
No
one's going to buy a game that says Star Wars Battlefront 3. They don't remember Battlefront 2. We just got to cut all that shit out and call it Battlefront and reboot it.
But yeah, like, they brought that out on stage. Like, it seems like Sony's like getting all these people together to like make their brand more marketable. That's because obviously that's what it is. But yeah, they have Call of Duty.
This is one thing Star Wars has an issue with. It's marketing.
Mm-hmm. People are associating now Star Wars with Sony. Like that might be the place to play it.
Which is weird, because wasn't there word about Xbox getting a timed deal or something?
I remember, like, I heard this is like a big.
There's a lot of these timed rumors, and we don't even know if they're real anymore. Or
yeah, like we don't even know if freaking Tomb Raider is still.
Because they just go away, and you don't hear about them ever again.
We don't even know.
Which it's kind of shows you how worthless timed exclusive stuff is, because people don't even remember if it's actually a thing or not.
By the way, Final Fantasy VII timed exclusive. Ooh, great! Thanks, guys. Thanks for spending that money, getting that time exclusive.
Wonder how long of a time frame it is.
I hope it's like 3 years.
Yeah, because it's like think about if you. But if you're someone who's been waiting for that, you've probably been waiting for a remake of that game for like over 10 years. So.
Chances are, if you want a Final Fantasy VII remake, you would have been sticking with PlayStation consoles.
If you're that keen on it. Because no one associates JRPGs with Microsoft. Absolutely nobody does.
I can probably guarantee you Final Fantasy Remake won't be on Xbox One in Japan. Like they did with Final Fantasy 13, they only released it on 360.
Didn't even bother.
They eventually released like an international edition for Xbox 360. That was like down the line, though, way down the line.
Yeah.
So I don't want can they just stop with these timed exclusives? Nobody thinks it's a good idea. None of the consumers are like bragging about it.
The devs might, because they get a bit of extra cash.
Yeah, they get a better.
Or publishers, whatever.
But I can probably Tomb Raider made more money on PlayStation brands, and now people aren't even going to bother buying the game when it probably comes out first for PlayStation, because they're going to be playing something else when that game comes out on PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
it don't bother me really either way. Usually it seems that the games I care about end up with timed exclusives on the consoles I play them on. Mm-hmm. So I don't usually get the short end of the stick on that for some reason. Like Tomb Raider, I don't really care if I don't get to play that.
I don't either, because...
And Final Fantasy VII, which I do, is going to be on the console I'm going to play that on. So it's, it just seems to be the way it works.
So then they ended the show with Uncharted 4. I was kind of hoping that they would have something.
It's a really cool slideshow.
Oh yeah, because they kind of just stopped there for a second.
Dude, that was painfully awkward. All of a sudden, the exciting chase is about you watch a bit of a cutscene, then the chase starts, and as soon as it starts, it freezes, and it was totally quiet. And I could just feel the people that put on the presentation going, "Fuck!"
They actually commented on what happened.
What happened?
They had the wrong controller. They had the Player 2 controller connected, And that's why the demo didn't start, because they couldn't find the player one controller. Because I think like the person who last like played their demo on stage, like maybe they put it on like a stereo or put it in like some place that they couldn't find, so they had to restart.
So they're just running around frantically trying to find this controller. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Now I like that mistake because that's actually funny.
That's like a real world thing.
You could tell it didn't freeze. It was just like because he was like doing the sort of.
He was just like standing animation.
Yeah. So you could tell it wasn't like frozen. It was just like.
I just like to imagine like people that, like backstage like turning over papers and looking under the tables trying to find the player one controller.
Yeah.
Because that's a real world thing.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. No, it was awkward. I felt bad for them. I wasn't like, oh, what a shitty presentation. I can't believe they're screwing up like this. It was more of a, come on, guys.
Fantastic set piece, though.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Great chase scene. The driving looks smooth. The fucking town. How big that town.
And I was watching with someone who's not familiar with Uncharted, and they were surprised there was so much gunplay.
Mm-hmm. The gunplay looked amazing.
Yeah, it did. It looks really fun.
The amount of map they made just for this chase sequence was amazing. I bet they're going to probably repurpose that some way in the multiplayer.
Maybe a multiplayer map.
Maybe they might introduce, like, my friend Gus made a joke about Uncharted. Like, they're going to introduce, like, a kart racer for Uncharted. But this actually makes me think that there might be a multiplayer mode dedicated to racing down, like, certain set pieces that they're making. Like, this, like, I don't really think they're going to, like, let this go to waste. They might put this in the multiplayer in some way.
Yeah. Could do. Yeah, no, I was impressed with that. It looks really fun.
It looks really good. The really fantastic way to end it.
Is it going to be the last Uncharted game?
They say it's probably going to be.
So a lot of series are coming to an end then, if that's true. Because that and Dark Souls 3, which was showed.
It's going to be.
And that was at the Xbox conference.
Yeah.
So we forgot to mention that.
CG trailer though. If they showed gameplay though, that would have been different. We would have definitely remembered gameplay.
But that's still a big announcement.
That's a big announcement.
Even though it was leaked, it was still for me that's a big announcement. But yeah, that was supposedly be the last Dark Souls game. So a lot of series and The Witcher 3, that's the end of the story for that series. And they could, but the more I play Witcher 3, I'm hoping they do make up their own thing in that world because it's they've done a really great job with bringing that world to life in a video game, and they can do a lot with it. They can just let you make a character and set out a crazy new plot for you to do that. I think they could do that. But that, as far as I know, the main story, that's coming to an end. So a lot of series are ending. Except Call of Duty, which will never end. And Assassin's Creed, which will never end. But these great series, like Uncharted and Dark Souls, are ending.
Why can't it be good games like it yearly releases? Why is it always like... Call of Duty is a competent game. It's a technically sound game. Assassin's Creed isn't. It's never been a technically sound.
Unity was, had some issues, but it was a game.
It's a piece of shit. I wish I still had that copy so I can make a candid cynicism video on that. I shouldn't have traded it in. I wonder if maybe I can find somebody who still owns their copy so I can.
How much did you get for it?
I got $30.
That's pretty good.
That's good. I think I put it towards Bloodborne.
Can't complain about that.
No.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you were talking about why can't good games have yearly releases?
Yeah. But let's
because you can't make a good game that fast. Maybe that's what it is.
By the way, does this have a timer on it?
Nope.
Shit. I don't even know how long we've been going. So
well, it does have a timer, yeah. I thought you meant like a time that stops.
How long have we been going?
55 minutes.
God damn, I don't want to.
There's editing things in here, mostly at the beginning and end. But.
I might edit some things out, but for the most part, I don't really want to have to edit our podcasts, like edit stuff out and edit stuff in, because most podcasts, like it's just they turn on the microphone, they talk for 2 or an hour.
Yeah, there's more editing than you think, though.
I imagine like there's some audio editing if there is something happen, but I don't. For the most part, most podcasts I have watched, they don't really edit anything out.
Well, it's not like surgical, but yeah.
Anyway, let's go to.
Is there anything else?
That's all I wrote. That's all I really remember. They did show indies. Devolver Studio indies. But that's pretty much it for Sony. They I was gonna say 7, but like looking back, like there's some pretty hard hitting things.
Yeah, the only thing missing for me was a technological announcement.
Mm-hmm. So I would
because
say
Xbox had those plenty. They basically were opposite conferences.
Yeah.
Xbox had the technical stuff, and then Sony had the games.
So I'm gonna have to say I would say 9 out of 10. I would say 9 out of 10, but I'm deducting 2 points because I really did not want to see Assassin's Creed, and especially how much they did show.
Call of Duty is like they announced during the demos, like you could play it a whole new way. It literally looked the same except with wall running. I was like, fuck off.
So you're Titanfall now, great. I don't care. You guys should have just. No one here cares. No one cares about Call of Duty. No one who really cares about video games and watches E3.
Especially single player. Like they showed some multiplayer stuff, but like the single player parts were just like.
Look, it's good now.
It was painful.
It's not. It's not going to be good. Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
They should have showed the Ratchet and Clank because they do have stuff at E3 for that game, and it looks amazing. Like the visual fidelity, it literally looks fantastic.
Yeah, it was a good E3.